No, but I love it because I've seen managers at the Emirates away on their knees inside the pitch. I've seen very big managers walking into the pitch. I've seen managers going across the touchline. I've seen that all in the Premier League. And personally, I love it because it brings such a passion and emotion to the game when it's done in a natural way and unique way. Um, I think it's great. But no, but that's something again that it happened there because there is a relationship that they do it every day here in the training ground as well. But people are entitled to have their opinion when you do something publicly. They're gonna be opinions. Some of them positive, some of them not so positive, and that's our job to accept all of that and then still behave like you think is the right way to behave, and don't lose that. Make sure we don't lose that.
Mikel Arteta says celebrating naturally is a good thing. Arsenal face West Ham at North London Stadium. All this is gonna come right now on Batu TV. And thank you so much for joining Batu TV right about now. And it's Mr. Laughter right here. And we are going to look at Arsenal game versus West Ham. And we know West Ham is at home. It's actually West Ham versus Arsenal. And it's going to be a good game. And I tell you, I'm really excited for this game looking at the form that Arsenal is on. And we can basically see that how much Arsenal have improved in these few weeks that has passed by, beating Crystal Palace 5, beating Nottingham Forest, and beating Liverpool 3-1. Also, those are just good games that Arsenal played. Now we are going to look into the game that Arsenal is playing with West Ham today. We want to look at the preview of the game now, knowing that Arsenal haven't been performing so well against West Ham United. I have some records here that I want to give you guys, and we're also gonna have some of the press conference from Mikel Arteta and looking at it, what he said exactly and how he felt about the questions of issues of celebration police coming around and. Having a few people that were against, like Jamie Carragher going against Arsenal, celebrating like they have won the trophy. We're gonna hear what Mikel Arteta says in the press conference as well. So we shall have that reaction with you right about now. Now let's look at the. We're starting with the game. It's gonna be played this time. It would be like 9 a.m. in the morning. But I also know in some other part of the world and England it would be maybe around 3 or 4 there in the time. So I don't really know exactly the time. But in the US, it will be 9 a.m. in the morning. And it's a Sunday game that Arsenal is going to play right at West Ham Stadium. That is the London Stadium. Now, we know that manager for West Ham is David Moyes, who was Mikel Arteta's coach at some point when Mikel Arteta was at West Ham United. He was at Everton United, Everton FC. So he left Everton, went to Manchester United. Things were not easy for him. Now he is with West Ham United, and people like him so much. But also, we want to have a little bit of a background of the game between West Ham and Arsenal. We know West Ham have been very difficult to beat by Arsenal. We know last season they were the ones who actually caused a lot of problems and a lot of issues with Arsenal. They were the ones that actually started the downfall of Arsenal last year when they were leading to the Premier League, and they drew at West Ham 2-2, and that was a really devastating moment for Arsenal, and that's why I felt like the collapse of Arsenal started right there. That's when Arsenal really started falling down from the Premier League table and coming to Manchester City, beating them as well. But a little bit of this record is at the back of my mind. I don't really know if West Ham United will completely do the same this season. We know even this season in December, West Ham beat Arsenal 2-0. That was at the Emirates, which was seriously Arsenal bottled that game between West Ham at the Emirates, which was totally not good for me, and I felt like it was showing that side of Arsenal that they couldn't really come back for the title. But lucky enough, they have done something good when they returned from Dubai. But now let's look at the record. Now Arsenal have played with West Ham. West Ham and Arsenal have played. Arsenal have won 72 matches. West Ham has drawn 41, and then West Ham has won actually 37 games. So lucky enough, we have the record still by our side that Arsenal have been winning. But of the recent form that we have about West Ham and Arsenal, we see that in the last 5 games, actually, West Ham in December beat Arsenal 2-0 at the Emirates. That was in December 28th. And also in November, Arsenal beat West Ham 3-1. That was in November. And then we see that also West Ham drew with Arsenal last season. I already talked about it, 2-2. And they also had a game that where Arsenal won 3-1 and another 2-1. So the form that Arsenal is in right now, as we see West Ham, if you look at the Premier League table as well, West Ham is number 7 currently, and Arsenal is number 3 currently. And before the game is going to be played on Saturday. And we know that playing West Ham is very, very difficult. I don't know why nowadays Arsenal is not performing so well. I don't know whether it's just about the coach that is coaching Everton, West Ham, that is disturbing Mikel Arteta's strategy and stuff, or it's just Mikel Arteta's issue alone that is bringing some problems. But let's hope Arsenal is going to do something good for against West Ham this time, and they will have a very, very, very good game against West Ham United this very moment. So that is what we have for as far as the head-to-head is concerned. But Arsenal having the form of 3 wins out of 5. That is not bad, and West Ham still having just like 1 win and 2 draws, with 3 draws, 1 win, and a loss in the last 5 games, which totally agree that maybe Arsenal will win the game. As I go with that, I will give you my prediction later on and see where West Ham is with Arsenal. But I want Arsenal really to go in for the game. I'll give you a little bit of the lineup and stuff later on tomorrow before Saturday, and we shall see some of lineup and stuff. But I just wanted to talk about West Ham and Arsenal, just a little bit of it in the preview. And right now, we're going to look at the Mikel Arteta's press conference. There are some interesting things that Mikel Arteta said in his press conference today, and we want to dive into that and see, and we do some reaction to it. It's just right here, and we're going to see what Mikel Arteta really. We asked about Tomiyasu, and they also asked about Zinchenko as well. So we want to see what really happened. We want to see what Mikel Arteta's response is, and he was also asked about celebration. What Mikel Arteta says about celebration. Just let's watch it, and then we shall give some little bit reaction to it.
Yeah, we have a few still in contention as they've been evolving really well. So tomorrow we have another training session, and we are hopeful that we're going to head a few back, and we can put again a very competitive squad out there.
What about Saka? Because he had a slight niggle at the end of that game as well.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
Yes, again, he's been recovering this week, and he looks okay.
Okay.
So Bukayo Saka is there, and he's going to be there in contention. And we also know that, having Bukayo Saka there is very, very pivotal in all the ways that we know. So Zinchenko is also there available. He's saying that they train, which is a very, very good thing for Arsenal as well. So let's say maybe Mikel Arteta should have a good team to face West Ham, a coming West Ham. So let's hear again from what he was asked about the celebration. This is the most interesting part, and I want us to really, really get to that and see the most interesting part of Mikel Arteta speaking right here. Let's hear from him.
Celebration police. Let's talk about them. Did it surprise you there was such a fuss about your celebrations at the end of that game? Does that ever surprise you?
No, because they told me today. So I didn't know anything about it. But
you didn't know anything about it. You didn't hear about James Carragher saying
Mikel Arteta didn't know about the celebration police at all completely, and also this is this is tricky. Like the old of Arsenal manager doesn't know about the celebration police and what Carragher actually said. Carragher in his I would say pundit work that he was doing after the game, he said Arsenal celebrated as if they had won something, and the celebration wasn't necessary. And particularly, he talked about Odegaard, why Odegaard actually went to um, capture capture the picture or use the camera for the cameraman to celebrate as if they had won something. But this is a very, very interesting moment for me. Why does it concern Carragher? What is the problem with Carragher? Why does he say Arsenal is not supposed to celebrate? They can celebrate anyway, where way you want. You have to celebrate because you won against Liverpool, and Liverpool had never actually lost how many games. The last game they lost was against Tottenham, and Arsenal beat them so that they can come back to the Premier League contention or fight for the Premier League trophy. Who can't be excited for that? Who cannot be excited for that? Why is everybody against Arsenal? In my view, why is everybody against Arsenal celebrating? Carragher, why do you say Arsenal are not supposed to celebrate? That is lack of respect, in my view. We have to celebrate the way we want, and Arsenal have the audacity and the opportunity and the authority to celebrate the way they want. Listen to what Mikel Arteta said here.
No.
Go back down the tunnel.
No, but I love it because I've seen managers at the Emirates away on their knees inside the pitch. I've seen very big managers walking into the pitch. I've seen managers going across the touchline. I've seen that all in the Premier League. And personally, I love it because it brings such a passion and emotion to the game when it's done in a natural way and unique way. Um, I think it's great, but it's my opinion, and a lot of people maybe have something very different to mine.
I like what Mikel Arteta said. It's natural and he loves it. He loves it. He loves it. I love it too. Looking at that game, how Mikel Arteta really ran all around celebrating. He was actually trying to narrate how people used to do. He has lived in the Premier League. He has played in the Premier League. He has seen how managers react to certain things. How managers actually react to so many things. And why does Arsenal? Why do they have to bother Arsenal so much? Why do they have to bother Arsenal so much that they can't celebrate the way they want? They are supposed to celebrate. You have the power, you have the authority to celebrate. You have won a game that brought you back into the title contention. So I love Mikel Arteta's response, and I'm with you, Mikel Arteta. I love the way you responded to this, and I love it so so much. Let's enjoy the moment and wait for West Ham and let them come, and we shall see what is really really there in store for West Ham United. So let's see. Another question was asked about West Ham game, so let's hear about that a little bit
Yeah,
before we move on.
in terms of Odegaard celebrating with the photographer, Stuart's not just any photographer, is he? He's the
No,
fact
but
that
that's
it's
something
like-
as, again that it happened there because there is a relationship that they do it every day here in the training ground as well. But people are entitled to have their opinion when you do something publicly. They're gonna be opinions. Some of them positive, some of them not so positive, and that's our job to accept all of that and then still behave like you think is the right way to behave, and don't lose that. Make sure we don't lose that.
You have to behave in the right way, and the way you behave, you don't have to lose it. Mikel Arteta is right on point. This press conference has been so interesting to me. I love it so much. Now Mikel Arteta responding so well to Odegaard's using the camera for the cameraman, the Arsenal cameraman, just to celebrate. It's just life. It's something that they do every single day. Why do you have to make news out of it? Carragher, what is wrong? You have to do things in the right way. Why does he have to do that? I don't understand it. So no problem. that is the press conference. Just something that I wanted really to throw out there and see how everything would go. And wonderfully, we have actually seen and listened to the to what really happened here, and so well and so nicely. So let's actually that's what I prepared for you, ladies and gentlemen. We shall come back again later on to talk about Arsenal West Ham and see, let's see if Arsenal can make it all the way to 4 out of 4 win, and I will be happy to do that and excited to really see what Arsenal can come up with. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and be part of Battle TV every single day. Thank you so much for subscribing and being here for us. We shall bring you the preview for the West Ham game very shortly, and the starting lineup for Arsenal very shortly when the game comes. So expect a new video again tomorrow for the starting 11, what I think Mikel would go with. Thank you so much for watching. One love.